Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We are back. All right, Mr. Hillbilly, we got you taken care of, big guy. All right, so I had to reshoot this section. The microphone had went dead and didn't catch it. But anyways, so we got you all taken care of. I went through and checked all your solder joints on the input, the output, on both banks here. So we got you taken care of on that. We went ahead and replaced all your resistors on the feedbacks. Your capacitors all looked good, so we were able to reuse those. I went ahead, like I said, replaced all the resistors in the entire box, mainly just so that you had something that was uniform, where, I mean, it wouldn't have hurt to just replace the ones that needed to, but, you know, where this thing had been damaged twice before you got it, and, you know, then I found a couple of more bad transistors. You know, it was just kind of a mess. So, like I said, we went ahead and just replaced all the transistors, all the resistors on the input, the output. You know, as far as on your input here, those were all fine originally, but I went ahead and replaced those just so that they would all match as well. So, did that. I went ahead and replaced your output combiner back here, mainly because of the fact that anytime that you have an amplifier that goes down, especially if it's went down multiple times, a lot of times the back EMF will knock out the ferrite in your output combiner, or your output combiner. So I went ahead and replaced it. When I pulled it out, checked it, I was glad that I did, because you had two ferrites, or two ports, that were extremely low compared to the other two. So, you know, and there again, it's where I think you had a bank here and here that had went bad. Like I said, previously to your purchase, and you know, I think that's what caused the damage back here. So, like I said, we went ahead and replaced that, retuned everything, and I added an extra capacitor back here, just so that I had a little bit of play here, because we were maxed out on our capacitor, and I wanted to have just a little bit of adjustment. So worked out beautiful as far as on that. Couldn't be more pleased as far as with the overall tune on this. But anyways, yeah, like I said, it's working beautiful. So I just wanted to kind of go through that with you. Please remember, when you go to tighten up your screws, this is a pass-through here on this one. This one isn't, because you've got your plastic washers. You know, you will want to be careful. Make sure you use a wrench whenever you tighten this down. I went ahead and put a little red spot here on the end of the bolt, and painted this bolt here so that you have a denotion of the positive versus your negative back on the other side. I know that it's marked black back here, and I think red over here that somebody had already done, but I wanted to go ahead and make sure that you know, you're aware of that. Like I said, just please be careful. Make sure you use a wrench here when you go to tighten this up and put your power leads on. So anyways, kind of like the idea of this. That's something that I'm actually going to consider myself, mainly because of the fact that I think it might make life a little easier. But yeah, we'll see whenever I get to the next one that I've got to build. So I've already got that one partially started, but we'll get to that one eventually here as we move forward. But anyways, if you guys would, please hit the like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to check out our Patreon page. I know I've been laxed on the Patreon side of things. Like I said, a lot going on here in the shop, but we will, we'll get up to a little bit more speed here later this summer. Like I said, we got a lot of things going on, and a lot of changes that are going to be made here moving forward. So, all right, guys, when we come back, we'll get you some numbers here on the workbench on this, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We are back again. All right, so we got one of our 16 pills ready to go out the door here. This one's for Mr. Hillbilly. We got you all squared away, big guy. We got your new transistors in there. Fixed some of the coax issues here that we had. Like I said, I think whenever somebody had repaired this during one of the other 2 times, I think they had damaged one of the coaxes. So we went ahead and cut all brand new lengths for your output. Got that taken care of. Checked the input. Had to go back and retweak it just a little bit here as far as on the inductance. Otherwise, input looked really good. Output, I went ahead and added about 20 puff here. That way it gives me a little more adjustment. But we got you taken care of here. It's running beautiful. I mean, I've got some good numbers to show you. Unfortunately, conditions haven't really allowed me to talk, but even with as much as what this is putting out. But overall, like I said, everything's running great. Everything's smooth on it. Great reflect. Just, can't say enough about how this one turned out. So, we're just going to be running a little bit of drive here. So let me flip off this, and I'm going to show you how much drive we've got going into it. All right, so we got our 5 watt slug in reverse going back to the 5,000 watt bird dummy load. So we got our 5 watt slug in reverse going back to the 5,000 watt bird dummy load, 5,000 watt in peak, and 2,500 in average. So we're going to be reading the middle scale here. We're going to be reading the top scale here. So I'm just going to show you what the driver, little 2-pill driver that I had to put together. So we had something to show you here. All right. So hello, audio. Okay. So that's about all the drive we're actually putting into it. So audio. So what? About 400 watts. Excuse me, I'm sorry. 200 watts average. Audio. And about 500 peak. So, all right. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And I've got the carrier set at about 500, I think, is what we've got this set up for. About 480 to 500. So, hello, audio. So 4,500 on the PEP, really, really good. Audio. And about 2,000 bird. So, like I said, definitely can't complain about these soldiers that are in here. So, hello, audio. So, not too bad. Reflect going back to the driver. Hello, audio. So about 2.5 watts, which is actually really good. So like I said, and I could probably drop that down a little bit more, but I'm only running a 6-foot jumper instead of a 12-foot. So that is going to drop the numbers down a little bit more if we go ahead and use a little bit longer jumper in between there. But for here on the workbench, it's tuned out really good as far as a whole. And, we don't have any harmonics or anything like that that's showed up. So, I figured it's best to leave well enough alone. But, all right, big guy, I'm going to put the 10 on this, and we're going to get this rolling for you here. We built the matching power supply, so we used the same type of cabinet. That way you can stack it on top of each other, and, it'll make a nice looking little set. But other than that, like I said, we got you up and going, big guy. Hope you enjoy, and we will catch you guys on the next live video.